You know it, KO the Conspiracy. Shout out KO the Conspiracy. That's my little brother, man. I miss you, man. Come home sometime and see me. Can you put the drink down? Sure, man. I can't. Neighborhood not sick no more. These crazy fucks ain't KO guts. Wish I had talking about storytelling. That's that nigga. Crazy bitches with exorcisms, baby mamas don't make a difference. Cause at the end of the day, women are crazy bitches. Damn. I resent that statement. Hey. www.lovethenumber2jamradio.com is the queen of all things indie. Miss loving you. Yes. And I am here with my constituents.
Hey, what's happening, man?
Thugghost is in the building, y'all.
Definitely.
We got Brother Anderson in the building.
What's happening?
Hey. You good?
I'm good.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm making sure, you know what I'm saying? And of course, we got the Fat Red with the cheese in the building.
What's going down, man? Glad to be here.
Yes, we are glad to have you.
I appreciate it.
Shout out to Lennon Media and my girl, Miss Shay.
Absolutely.
I don't know if she tipped out. No, she in the cutty cut. But I appreciate her for this opportunity. How the hell are you doing, Mr. O?
I'm doing super good, man. Super blessed, feeling great. New album out, the greatest of all players.
Yes, the greatest of all players.
I feel like Bruce Leroy when he got the glow. Neo in the Matrix when he realized who he was.
Yeah, just waking up.
Yeah, now we kicking ass on the street. I feel great, man. New album, new vibes. It's a good time to be old right now.
Okay,
yeah,
I like that. It's a good time to be old right now. It's a good time to be lovey right now. I like that.
Right now.
I'm gonna burn on that.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna burn on that. Well, I know we have listeners and watchers from all over the world, and I just want to clarify. Y'all keep hearing me call him the Fat Rat with the cheese, and it's not rude. Okay, I'm not being rude. I'm saying that because there's a little bit of Houston culture here. Now, I'm not from the city.
It's called homage. Homage or however you pronounce it.
It's not a soup. I think I had some of that before. It's got a real beefy broth taste. No,
just like this.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
So, tell us where the Fat Rat with the cheese comes from, please.
Southwest Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? That's my hood. That's my stomping ground. But I was really a lot of people don't know I was originally born in Lagos, Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? So I moved here.
Ooh, I see it now in the nose, the bridge of the nose. I see it now. Now that you mention it, you giving me African vibes. I'm just messing.
If you look closely,
y'all gotta really zoom in.
So I moved here when I was 6 months old, and south on the west ever since.
Man.
Is your family originally from Lagos as well?
Yeah, definitely. That being that I was born there.
Okay. Well, hey, it could have been a drop off. I don't know.
No, Moses.
Right. You don't know. I don't know.
They were there just visiting. Now my both mom and dad Nigerian, and I moved here when I was 6 months old.
How was that growing up in Houston? Are you second generation?
Yeah.
Is
that considered second generation or first generation?
You're first generation. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
So how were growing up? Did they hold on to those values as you were growing up in Southwest Texas now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's like now you as a man, I understand because it saved me from a lot of things. But growing up, I used to think my old man was crazy. Because, there's certain things I didn't understand. It's like my old man was a doctor. My old man is a doctor, so it's like certain things we didn't understand, like, but you got money. But it's like we couldn't get Jordans or anything like that because I'm the son of African immigrants. It's like, how much are they? And it's like, I didn't have a pair of shoes that cost that much till I was 35 years old and a full resident. What does a kid need with that? Yeah. So it's like we used to thought he was being cruel or, it's
not
like
letting
we didn't
y'all
go to the barber shop. It's like my dad would cut off. I still remember, I laugh at things like this now, but I understand it's what made me on. My dad used to, remember oyster clippers?
Yeah.
My dad used to cut my hair with oyster clippers with the white ones.
You know what
I'm saying? He ain't been to no barber school.
Just a steady hand and a prayer.
So we was the kids that got teased at school because our edge up was fucked up.
Oh, man.
And it's like he didn't understand, hey, why can't we just go to the barbershop and get it? And it's like why are you acting like this?
Yeah.
Why am I wearing my brother's hand-me-downs?
Right.
So it's like they came from a different culture.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So that was like culture
I had my
shock.
first job when I was 12. I was the paper boy. You know what I'm saying? The neighborhood. I wrapped the papers, and I still remember my hands being so black because the ink
from the paper.
So it's like you don't understand, but what he was doing to you become a man.
Yes.
And now it's different because now people say, "Why do you work so hard?
Yeah.
Why do you hustle so hard?
Because
why are you so disciplined?"
It's
like the things that you think was cruel as a child is what has made me successful as a man now. So I'm grateful for it.
That's some values. He instilled in values.
I'm grateful for my crazy
ass. So are you 80s baby? So y'all 90s. Came over 90s baby?
Oh, what? What is 70s? What is how does that work? 80s baby.
No, you was born in 1980.
Okay, you are 80s baby.
You're 80s baby.
Okay, so 80s baby.
Yes, 80s baby. So I was just thinking about the hip hop culture in Houston in the 80s.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So when you came over, how was your introduction to? I mean, as you were coming up, you were the southwest side, right?
Yeah.
So how did you make your even introduction into hip hop? Like, how did you? How did you fall in love with hip hop?
Hip hop was around before that. You know, that's something you get onto as a kid. So I remember it wasn't no Houston hip hop scene.
Okay,
let's just be real.
Yeah.
Why Houston act like they had a hip hop scene since hip hop was hip hop? Don't let him dig it from Houston.
No, wait. What about Orange Juice Jones?
No, hold on.
I didn't know anything about it.
For one, what we call hip hop started in 1979. Anyway,
that's not true.
Hip hop is a baby. Yes, it is.
No,
the first record was that made it to the mainstream was 1979. Yes.
Before that,
sure.
there's
I'm
been
not
before
talking
that.
about people that was just rapping in the park.
Hold on, that's where it started in the park.
I'm talking about
uppity hip hop head ass.
I'm saying we're not from New York.
But this the underground
so
though.
For us to hear it, we had to get it through the airwaves.
The first record I ever fell in love with was LL Cool J.
Okay.
So that was
so that East Coast was your first dose.
It wasn't. We didn't know. I was a kid. We didn't know about East Coast, West Coast.
Okay.
To be honest, it was like, what is that?
Right.
It's like this is a kid. You know.
So what do you remember like thinking when you heard it? What LL Cool J record was it? Was it like
radio?
Oh, okay.
And that's to this day.
So can you imagine though? Like that's how in love with music that I am. Like I remember like hearing certain songs for the first time and like my skin like having goosebumps. Like oh my god, this
like,
nigga's
man, what is that?
Right.
And he had this massive boom box.
You want one of those?
I was just like, man, this is whatever this is. I like it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even about like I was too young to even know about gangsters and what gangster music is, and that was later on. But my first thing as a little kid, it was LL Cool J radio.
And to this day, he still low key got the bucket. Can't go on.
I love it.
You're right.
So you got to really see hip hop itself emerge, shift, even from. Let's fast forward to like the digital, era, which is kind of like we're. Progressing in now.
Absolutely.
So were you actually doing music and saw it and participated in to the point during the transition? I mean, I was basically asking you, did you get to experience the transition? Were you actively doing music or were you?
I have a career that spans 20 years.
I know. I have to ask you, lead it.
I watched it all from pressing CDs to trap it out the trunk.
But I get what she's saying because you can. Sometimes you take time off.
Nah, I ain't never took time off.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that
people could take time off.
I have to ask leading questions because I have to assume that everybody watching don't have no idea who this man is. So it's not that I'm unaware, but I just want to clarify. I'm not a retard. I just want to ask guiding questions.
No, I have a greatest hits album. I'm an underground king. My first record came out in 97 with Destiny's Child. I was Beyonce in her first video. I've been through the era of trapping CDs out the trunks to passing out my own flyers to running around hollering at the DJs myself to doing interviews with the Meanster Greenster and where people really, when you had to run the chitlin circuit to now You know, I came up before social media.
Exactly. That's what I was
one of the guys
to.
that take advantage of it now because I didn't have that opportunity. I came up the hard way.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think that if these artists now had to take that same route, it'd be a lot less?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Because they don't want to put the work in that niggas had to put in.
It's not even about. I'm not one of those guys that like to beat up the new guys or anything. It's not even about putting in the work. It's like the fact that everything can be done. It's just technology. Yeah. The fact that I can go into the studio, make a record by nighttime, upload it on my phone, go through, say, TuneCore, and it can be on Apple Music, Spotify, and every major streaming.
By the next day.
And the whole world can hear it. It's not even about, you don't want to, it's just different. That, like, imagine having, the gatekeepers are dead.
True.
The gatekeepers are dead. I don't have to go through this person to get to that. I don't have to go through this distributor to get my cassettes and CDs that have to be put on a truck. And how do I get it? It's just different. Yeah. Not to mention, it's like now I have direct access to all my fans. It's like if you were
it's like a double-edged sword almost, because being on this side, even having been experienced being an artist, but being on this side of it and watching it, I feel like it did kind of water it down, only to say that it's oversaturated because people can wake up one day and decide they want to be an artist and know that there's very few steps to make it. So people get versus back during the time where it used to fucking cost money. You couldn't be a broke nigga and record. Recording used to be expensive. Very like expensive. That's why the whole the traps was like niggas was getting money. Washing money, pushing music out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're talking about the culture is still the same, but it did obviously change with technology.
What it is those that still think it's easy. It may be oversaturated with people trying.
Yes, that's what I mean.
But they get a rude awakening. Yeah. When they find out, it's like you go and say, it's more people jumping in the pool, but it's also more dead bodies because they drown instantly. Because they think it's easy. And it's not. I always tell, I'm the rapper that tells kids to go to school and stay in school, because I always tell people it's like, I'm not one of those dudes that encourage kids to be artists, because I think it's very deadly for kids to think that's the only way you can be successful. I tell them, look, your chances of becoming a millionaire and successful are more guaranteed going to college or being
having a trade or
a trade or stuff than doing what I do, because you could be the best at what you do. You can grind hard, and the chances are you still cannot make it. I'm in the 1%. I'm very blessed to even last this long. But I know I want to be a lawyer, I do this. In this many years, I'll be this. If I want to be a doctor, I go to school for this years, I'll be this. If I want to be an architect, whatever, at least I know after all the hard work, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I will be this. Ain't no guarantee for music, man.
True.
In my neighborhood, I'm the only rapper. Well, when I ask what some of the other guys do, it's like, you be like, what? You sell what?
Right.
Okay, that makes this little clip. We sell that clip. Or the guy that, it's like, there are people with trades.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So what trade would you have jumped into if you weren't on the path you were on as far as music?
Growing up, I always thought I'd be a lawyer.
Really? So you like to argue, or are you just really into the law?
I just always knew I was good with my mouth.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Okay. I always knew I was good with my mouth, and I couldn't stand hospitals. You know what I'm saying? I had a thing, because I had bad experiences, and I knew I didn't want to be a doctor. You know what I'm saying? So
but you had the gift of gab, though.
Yeah. I always thought I'd be a great lawyer. So that's what I always thought I'd be. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and here we are today.
Yeah,
let's talk about
with the cheese.
Yes, the fat rat with the cheese. Yeah. Even I understand it's it's a Southwest thing, but I still don't understand the rat reference.
Well, it's like people.
I'm sorry, I don't get it. What do you mean like that?
I'm praying for you.
It's always, this is. Sometimes I laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? Because especially in the social media era where you got so many guys that ain't never trapped or ain't even been in the streets commenting about, what is it? It's like, man, you don't even know, you know what the streets is and nicknames or anything about it. So people think when they hear the Fat Rat with the Cheese, it's a name I came up with for being a rapper. And it's not. It's actually a trap name, because back in the game in my street days when I was trapping, before social media and people put all their business out and post to work,
right?
We talked in codes on the phone.
Okay.
So if you grew up trapping in the crackhead where I'm from, we call dope cheese.
Okay.
It was that because you said you got some cheese. So if someone wanted some wholesale from us, say you got some cheese. They ain't gonna say you got some work. So back then, before I slimmed down too and started caring about my health, I used to drink a lot of drink. So I was a lot bigger. So ranking on the corners one day, dude, one of my homies was like, "You look like a little fat rat." You know what I'm saying? We was just ranking.
Right.
But I was like, "Yeah, it's all good though. Fat rat got the cheese."
And
then it's like, everybody's like, "Yeah, fat rat do be having that work though. Fat rat got the cheese." So people started calling. When they called my phone, they'd be like, "Fat rat, you got some cheese?"
Right.
Fat rat did. And that's how I became the fat rat with the
motherfucking cheese. Look at this shit, y'all. I swear.
So
this is
was
amazing.
A street name. It wasn't something that I said, "Oh, I'm finna be a rapper."
What can I kill the game with?
Some suburban kid that ain't never seen a rock in his life.
Right.
What does he say, rock? You know what I'm saying? It's a joke to me. So I can say that because I know what I am. I was, ain't no playing games or anything with me, But meanwhile, they favorite rapper, they out popping bottles with snitches right now in the club.
And don't even know it.
And his name is probably Killer Tay and Real, Solid D or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
10 tones down.
I tell people all the time, man, this thing is an illusion. The streets is funny, but Solid Ones, I can stand on that name. It's the name I built for real, and I ain't never changing it. My name ain't in no paperwork. So, hey, that's fair.
That's right. Definitely. So, Lil O is O short for?
Oreo Lua, which means God's gift in Yoruba. And that's like a tribe. In Nigeria, you have different languages. So it's Oreo Lua. It means God's gift.
Yes, Lil O. I can see why they did that. Shut that on down. Well, I know you have somewhere else to be. So I do want to show one of your videos, though. Okay. I do want to do that. Okay. If you don't mind. Let me see what I have here. Okay. Thuggos, so why don't you ask a question? I know you've been sitting there and waiting.
I personally, man, I salute, man, shout out to my big sister. Bob was locked up, right? Okay. She used to write me, I had did 20 years in prison. Okay. And we chopped it up, and she was like, the realest rapper. And she said this, and I was like, because I had a homeboy from Herm Clark, and we used to be chopping it up a lot. And Lil O was actually, like you just said, your name ain't in no paperwork. Yeah, you actually one of the solid cats. Facts. I'm talking about going back from decades and decades and decades. Facts. And I also, in the process of doing my research on you, you was actually probably the first rapper with a major deal. Wasn't you with RCA or something like that? MCA. And Mary J. Blige used to be on the label.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was like, man.
We talking 20 years, man. That takes talent. That takes perseverance. Yeah. Watching, like I said, watching the transition. That part right there.
It's like I always tell people, it's like people think whenever you see an artist at his biggest, his opus, we've all heard the saying, it takes 10 years, 20 years to become an overnight success. Mm-hmm. So it's like now when it's like people see you with some of the blessings you still got to put out. It's like people don't know how long I've been doing this. Yeah. When you see some of these next moves, like you got to understand, like when you ask me what era I'm from trapping out the trunks with my CDs, handing out my own flyers. So it's like, imagine when you saw Kevin Hart on Soul Plane. Mm-hmm. And now you see him now. It's like the kids that don't know Kevin Hart from Soul Plane. You get what I'm saying? So it's important. That's why I'm also so proud of my legacy, is because the city watched me grow up and watched me go from the wild kid just trying to figure out life and becoming a man and running around with rocks in my mouth to the fat rat with the tea with blocks in his eyes to learning and saying I got to change my life and be better and be smarter and be wiser.
Salute
understanding the toxicity of the streets.
But I remember running into you at U of H downtown.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when he say he's trying to get smart, he ain't lying. I seen him. I seen him. You know what I mean? So.
I ain't lying. And that's real because it's growth. It's like I'm very proud of the growth. So it's like it's good when you get to a point when you get to a certain level, not only is it good to know that you worked for some, you earned some, but those are the things that makes it hard for people to pull you down.
Exactly.
Because you fought too hard to get there. It is crazy you said that a UHD because that's I'm at a point now dropping this album where I'm really doing a full circle and realizing how far I came. And I remember what made me want to go to UHD is because at the time I was fighting the case and I was locked up in Harris County, which is across the street. So I would get up on my bunk and look across the street. And I'd be like, man, I'm supposed to be over there.
Yeah, for real.
Why am I in here, man?
For real.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She went back.
I swore to myself. I swore to myself. It's like
never again.
I'm gonna make something. So that's crazy. I'm having all these crazy moments are coming to me right now. Like you did. So for him to say that is just.
Man,
circular.
Man.
I have the video up. I got the video. I gotta catch him because he'll get out there. He'll take it up. Everybody got you. Hold on. I got people on the line. Y'all gotta wait now. Hold on, baby. The fat rat with the cheese is in the building. All right, we finna drop the first video. If you want to introduce this video, and this is it was the hold on. I'll show you. Okay. Yes. And this is on the album.
Whoa.
It's on the album, the greatest of all players, streaming on all platforms.
You're amazing.
One of the many bangers on there.
You're amazing.
T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. Tell these niggas I'm back to ballin', steak now, no beans and rice. Came up, did my thing, did the watch, did the chain, did the coupe, did the range. Took some losses, but I can't complain. I can't lie, trapped in the rain. I can't front, I done felt some pain, but I ain't trip, I ain't switch, I ain't bitch, I stayed in my lane. T-Lee, shoot the dice, took a chance, dirty damn. Looked the whole dead in the face and said, fuck all of y'all, man, no romance. Came back hard like an avalanche. Should've stayed down, man, you had your chance. Now it's a 7-figure cash advance. Want me strike a pose in my D1 stance. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. Tell these niggas I'm back to violent. Steak now, no beans and rice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. Tell these niggas I'm back to ballin'. Steak now, no beans and rice. Papa dough, proper hoe. All of this was spinning on some flow. If it's that Reggie, then it got to go. Don't pass it to me if it's not your drove. What the fuck is impossible? Ever lay it down, nigga, not la oh. Shoot the die, holla Joe. Turn the hoop to a drop top roll. Got grind in me, got hard in me, got hustle in me, got super fade. I'll pick your main up before and then take that hoe on a super day. I'm a trendsetter, I'm a go-getter. You a fuck nigga, all you do is hate. My next move was my best move. I make chess move, nigga, you just wait. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. Tell these niggas I'm back to ballin'. Steak now, no beans and rice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. T-Lee, shoot the dice, done it once, done it twice. Tell these niggas I'm back to ballin'. Steak now, no beans and rice.
You're amazing.
How to have a hot hand in a tight hand. That's me right there, boy.
You're amazing.
I ain't really that rich though. Oh, okay.
You're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing.
Southern hip hop and DJing and rapping and bring the creativity back to music. I think the scratch and elevated it.
Job well done. I did.
Yeah, man. Shout out to DJ Michael Watts.
I liked it. The DJ, the dice, the ass. It was the makings for an awesome movie. I'm like,
I can't do that too.
Yeah, oh, definitely. That never hurts.
I definitely like the fact that you growing up in the 80s, you already know that North Side, South Side shit.
Thank you for tuning in, Lorenzo.
And I like that with you being one of the original Screwed Up Click members,
definitely
that you incorporated, because a lot of in the beginning people didn't really fuck with Watts like that.
Definitely.
They felt like he was biting.
Definitely.
But now that R.P. Screw, he gone, and his legacy continues to live on through those that's continue to do what he do. I like the fact that you even incorporated Watts in that. That was several statements in one.
It's important. One, I always tell people, it's important we stick together.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of things, I always tell people, you stronger as a fist.
True.
True. And it's still a lesson that I think we haven't learned enough in our community. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what, man? It's like it's like you know, because you done 20. I have partners that are like brothers to me that got caught up in stuff and they ain't never coming home because they thought a beef was real.
True.
And they, got into shootouts. And it's one thing when you're 18, 20 years old and you get slammed with 50 ag or something. Yeah. You don't really understand the consequences of it till you're grown, man. And you're talking to the same friend and you're my age. Yeah. And you understand what I was beefing about was so
bullshit.
You won't even think. Can you imagine, man? And so it's like anytime I can unify something, I'm always going to do it. Yeah. It's just because a lot of the stuff we beef over in the streets, it's not even a serious beef, man.
It ain't even y'all streets to beef over.
You know how many people are looking out their windows like you were? Talking about I'm supposed to be over there, not up in here, over there, man. I'm talking about, man, look.
To see, like some of it's hard because when you grow up, and it's just natural. Everybody says, "Oh, I ain't gonna change, but you gonna change, and you're supposed to change."
Facts.
So it's like talking on the phone with some of your people. It's like it's hard to find things in common because. They grew up in there, and you grew up out here, and you're trying to keep, you're trying to act like y'all still have things in common, and you don't.
Nah, for real, man,
you don't, and you don't want to say, hey, man, it's like, you in there, and I just came back from Paris, bro. What like? I'm seeing them at the Eiffel Tower. What are we talking about?
And I know it gets difficult even having those conversations because then it feels like, man, I'm kind of bragging, and you can't really. It makes your time harder because you can't even tap into what I got going on.
You don't know if you bragging or it's like at the same time it's like trying to go down memory lane and they're taking you back to a place that you don't even care about.
Facts.
People you don't even want to associate with no more, man. It's like I don't even want to talk about that no more, man. That's like,
it's sad because niggas get stuck.
It's just
they get stuck there, they get stuck.
It's heartbreaking. And these are your people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no rap songs where people make it glam. Now it's almost like you get praised for going to jail. Man, jail is not a good place to be.
At all.
It's not somewhere we should celebrate. It's not a
glamorized. It's very glamorized.
A badge of honor, man. It's real life.
And that's coming from the legend, y'all. Y'all really need to let that soak in.
Wish they was out here, man. So it's like I understand how blessed I am just to be free,
man. For real,
you know what I'm saying? It's just it's crazy, but
You know what? I'm gonna go on the campaign, and I'm finna try to like blow up Toby from the SWAT.
Okay,
I would like y'all to collaborate, especially knowing now that you have those roots.
Of course.
Man, that's
shout out to them and the Monumental Tour. They doing their damn thing.
Shout out to Toby too. I'm very proud of, it's like I understand how hard it is to come out of H-Town.
Yeah.
It's not an easy place to come out of because it's not an industry city. It's not like New York or Atlanta. Yeah. So any upcoming artist that has made a lane for himself, I can't do nothing but respect them and wish them all the best. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Toby. Mm-hmm. Shout out to all the artists grinding out of H-Town. If you make it out of here, you stiffer than starch.
Okay. Speaking of starch and the art of being a player dropped November 19th.
The greatest.
The art of being a player. I gave it a whole motherfucking title. That shit don't sound bad though. But the greatest of all players dropped November the 19th.
For sure.
And we got the single single. Tell us about the single Date Night.
Absolutely. I just wanted to restore the vibe on this one. It's like, I think sometimes it's like, I think people are forgetting that we're supposed to have fun.
Yeah.
Music is supposed to feel good.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we get lost in that. It's like you listen to music now, it's like everybody was so angry. Everybody was
struggling. Depressed.
It's like, and I understand life is real. We have to talk about all things, but for once, I didn't want to feel like I was selling trauma. To my people. It's like date night, man. Take your girl out. If you, especially in these times, if you got a good woman, it's you're very blessed right now, because it's like social media has polluted so many things. So it's like I wanted to do a song that promoted the love, that celebrated couples sticking together and doing good things to each other, and let them know that it's normal. That's what it's supposed to be like. So that's what Date Night was. It's just a feel good record. The minute you hear it, instantly it smiles and it makes you want to get dressed up. It makes you want to take pictures with your significant other. It makes you want to take your girl to a nice restaurant or do something nice for your man, and that's a cool vibe I want to spread. I think my catalog has always had all kinds of different songs. Today was Back. Nelson's Players Get Chose. This Bet You Can't Do It. Then I'm speaking to my brothers locked up. It can't rain forever. Food on the table. So it's like
the list goes on.
I'm very lucky to be able to be an artist known to be able to do it all. So with Day Night, I just wanted to bring back a good vibe, a positive vibe, love. It's okay to love somebody. It's okay to treat your girl good. That's what you're supposed to do. Ladies, it's okay to treat your man good. It's okay to be a family and do things together, man. And that's what Date Night is about. When it comes on, it just feels good, man.
I'm excited now. I'm definitely gonna have you introduce the song. Absolutely. But before we do that, because we're gonna go into our break, and I'm just like, wow, that's how. I'm sorry, I'm still with the fat wrap with the cheese thing. That shit okay, I'm still like, damn, I really went on. Okay, so we're gonna let him introduce the song and then let him, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and drop your social media and tell the people how they can reach you.
Absolutely.
And again, I appreciate you taking time to come through. And I do hope you enjoyed yourself. And you can come through anytime. Did you hear me?
I appreciate
anytime.
It. Thank you.
Look, this nigga, he's not paying attention at all.
No, I'm trying to get it.
I know. I said, because I was just, you missed it.
First of all, I just want to thank all the fans that have been following me my whole career and watched me grow from a boy to a man. Y'all
and
been
still rock.
And still rock, man. Thank y'all so much. My new album, The Greatest of All Players, is streaming on all platforms now. It's amazing. Now, I got a lot of classic albums, so I didn't want to release an album if I felt it would have matched the quality.
Caliber,
The Greatest of All Players is an incredible project. It's star-studded, Bun B, Lil Kiki, Big Pokey, Killer Calion, DJ Chose. It's just a dope project. Man, please check it out. You won't be disappointed, man. You can follow me on all my social media. Everything is SUCLIO. That's SUCLILO. That's Instagram, that's Twitter, that's Facebook, TikTok, anywhere on any social media. If you type in SUCLIO, you'll find
You're going to find them. But one more last thing, because I know we talked about Date Night, but I heard there's some kind of challenge going on.
There is a challenge. Like I wanted to restore the vibe. I wanted to restore the good vibes. And if you follow me on social media, I didn't even plan it, but I kind of got a following because I like going to nice restaurants all over the world. So it's like people always be like, this guy's always at some amazing restaurants. So I didn't even know that people was, following.
Watching you.
So I said, they gave me a name, the Food Porn King. You
posting them pictures.
So I was like, for Date Night, this is what we're going to do, because Date Night's about going out with your lady, showing her a good time. I said, look, man, take a video of you out with your girl, you out with your man, having a good time. Make sure Date Night's playing in the background. Tag me in it. And I'm going to repost every one. And on December 15th, I'm going to pick 2 lucky couples. And I'm going to treat them out to amazing date night. First class. Y'all going to be treated like kings and queens. Y'all know I don't play when it comes to my restaurants. It's going to be bossed up. And it's all going to be taken care of courtesy of me.
Ooh,
you know
that sounds dope. But do it gotta be? What if you ain't got no man? Like, do I? Can I date myself and take a picture?
Go with your friend. I don't know.
I need to know the rules. Okay, what's the rules?
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want no couple being mad. They don't took all this trouble to post a video.
And it's just my bitch ass about my goddamn self. Come on, I'm ready to go on my day.
I want to spread the love, though.
You know, for sure.
I want to spread. I want it to be couples. I think it's important the world see a lot of love right now.
Especially black love. I agree.
Let's showcase the love and let's celebrate.
I'm gonna sit this one out, y'all. Don't worry.
Thank you.
We're gonna celebrate some love and some unity, and they're gonna have. I got an amazing date night planned.
Ooh, that's awesome.
They're gonna be like, man,
what's up, Scrap?
So people gonna be falling in love again.
Yeah, man. So
that's what I'm talking about.
We're shooting the video Monday too. I can't wait for y'all to see the video. The video is just. Man, I could like it.
I already can tell. I already know you finna get shot.
Who else want to hear the song? I'm ready to jam it.
I'm ready. You ready to run it?
I am. I'm excited now. I want to hear it.
This is my brand new single, the official first single off my brand new album, The Greatest of All Players, streaming on all platforms now. This one here is called Day Night, featuring my homie Eddie Cope. Let's go. H-Town Stand Up. The real is back. Lil O. Whoa.
Oh man.
Hey.
Girl, it's date night. I wanna take you out, tell them cook your steak right. Have some good conversation to the late night. Then get you to the crib, get up in your waist right. I love the way you the thing in your tape. Infatuated by the way that you curl your hair. I love the way that the pretty dress curl your rear. Girl, you loyal and you royal and this world is real. The mother, you the baddest girl in here. And you all mine, and you all fine. Girl, you all dime. I wanna get you on give you all grind. And fire up some California, some Taiwan. I wanna see you on, but baby, now I'm away. I'm a freaky little put it on my rubbing on the under the table. This is not the play, but I can't help myself, boy. I really wanna taste it, baby. That's date night, and I'ma blow some stacks. You with a real boss, baby. So just relax. Girl, it's date night, and I'ma throw them racks. You with a real player, baby. So just relax. Girl, it's date night. She ain't even play a game when she said the dead. She said, I miss you, daddy, and I wanna have some. She said, the minute that I see you, boy, you getting red. Text her back there for emoji like I write back. I wanna take you shopping. I wanna show you off, take you out wherever's popping. You the only one for me. I don't need no house of money well spent. Cause at night I know them dropping. To tell the truth, girl, I really love and need you. And it make me feel good every time I please you. All you jealous home, girl, say I'm gonna leave you. But I'm your man and your king, and I won't mislead you, baby. That's date night, and I'ma blow some stacks. You with a real boss, baby. So just relax. Girl, it's date night, and I'ma throw them racks. You with a real player, baby. So just relax. This night was made for you. This night was made for you.
Working hard day, night, stack this paper to the sky. There's no limit. Put it down and move around. Ain't got time to fuck around. Let's go get it. Yeah. Let's go get it. Stay rich, stay chicks, stay breaking them out. Ain't no limit on this party, say fuck with the cows. You know we fuck with the bout, so the keys gon' toss. We spend the card again, so they don't get out. Times to never have to worry about that being a charge. You gon' try to donation, so we even get started. This guy was born his ass up, but that ain't my problem. I choose tricks like those, man, they all about. Take my time with his ass, keep him nice and tough. What's your favorite position? I told him add the money. So when they gas, they get funny. He's a clean up woman. Everything my payday, man, I keep him coming. Working hard, day, night, stack this paper to the sky. There's no limit. Put it down and move around. Ain't got time to fuck around. Let's go get it. Put it down and move around. Ain't got time to fuck around. Let's go get it. Let's go. Ain't no GFE nigga, cause I ain't scared. I don't fuck with amateurs, I'm professional. He like an extra round, that's the extra pound. Then I send his ass home with an extra smile. He put an extra ounce, rub around the clock. He like the way it sit up in that back end drop. He like the way the pussy fly, cause it just don't die. Keep the cash in hand when he hit me up. And you know the routine when he pick me up. Don't make this robbery a homicide, give it up. All I see is stacking cheese, nigga, get the fuck. All I see is stacking cheese, nigga, get the fuck. Get cash, get ain't money. Midnight ladies, take that money. Get cash, it ain't funny. Midnight ladies, take that money. Working hard.